And to, to elaborate on that, I would like to look at the Chorashtakam now. Yeah. So remember last time we said that the first verse is in a meter called Viparitakhyanaki. Okay. Viparita means opposite. Akhyanaki means narration or story. So the first verse is telling us a story which is contradictory. So what does the first verse say? Navanita chauram cha gopangananam cha dukula chauram aneka janmarjita papa chauram chauragraganyam purusham namami. So now Sanskrit class students, which is the verb in this particular verse?
Prasiddham.
Verb.
Chauram.
Verb.
Noun.
What does the verb end in usually? Aham karomi.
Namami.
Namami, correct. Namami is the verb. Okay, so this whole verse is around, okay, I am bowing down. Okay, I am bowing down. So that is the story. I am bowing down. Now comes the contrariness, the viparita. Who am I bowing down to? Somebody who's very famous in Vraja, which is good. Famous people are worth bowing down to. But what is he famous for? Navanita Chauram. He is the thief of butter. Now, not only is he a thief of butter, okay, maaf kiya, it's only butter. Gopangana namcha dukula chauram. He steals the clothes of the gopis. And then what? Aneka janma arjita papa chauram. Oh. In my life, lifetime after lifetime, aneka janma arjita, I have just gathered, very carefully gathered. What have I very carefully gathered? Papa, sins. So whatever I have very carefully gathered, he steals that away. To that, agra ganyam. Agra means what? Foremost, the front. Agra means in front.
Yes.
Ganyam, to be counted. The one who is foremost among whom? Chaura, thieves. Purusham namami. So there comes all the opposites. Now the second verse is even more beautiful. So it says, Shri Radhikaya Hridayasya Chauram Navambuda Shyamala Kanti Chauram Padashritanam Cha Samasta Chauram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. So Radhikaya means
Radhikas. Radhi.
good. Very good. Hridayasya.
Of her heart.
Hearts. Very good. Okay. So, Chauram, the theft, okay, the person who's doing the thief of Shri Radhika's heart. Okay. Nava Ambuda. Ambuda means, Ambu means water. The means giver. Nava means new. So, Ambu, the giver of water, is cloud. Nava Ambuda, the newly formed clouds. Newly formed water-bearing clouds are usually very dark. So, Shyamala, their darkness. Kanti, Kanti means brightness. Chauram. He steals the brightness of the dark clouds. Okay. Padashritanam. Pada, feet. Ashritanam, one who takes shelter. Samasta Chauram, and steals everything, samasta. from those who take shelter at his feet.
Stays with him.
Okay, so this is the primary meaning. Look at the name of the meter.
Jaya. Jaya.
It's Jaya.
Jaya.
Jaya. Jaya means what?
Giving. Nikal gaya.
No. Jaya means wife.
Oh.
Okay, Jaya means wife. Now look at each of these lines and the meaning changes. Okay, the first line, Shri Radhikayaha Hridayasya Chauram. Who is Shri Radhika? His wife, his consort.
Yeah.
Jaya means wife or consort, right? Okay. Navambuda Shyamala Ka. Now, break this up. Navambuda Shyamala. Who is Navambuda Shyamala?
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay. Now, Kanti, another meaning of Kanti is consort. Chauram. So he is the thief of, again, Radharani. He's not only stealing her heart, he's stealing her away. He's stealing all her senses. He's stealing everything. Okay. Now, when you look at all his Jayas, who are the Padashritas who have surrendered everything to him?
Gopis.
Gopis. Padashrita namcha
Samasta.
Masta Chauram.
Wow.
Just because we realize that this is now in a meter called Jaya. Just because it's in a meter called Jaya. Isn't that beautiful?
It's amazing.
Yeah, you just tie your hair, looks so emo.
And,
Tie your hair, it'll be bigger.
and then we have another meter. The third and the fourth are in a meter called Mala. Mala means garland. So here he says, now this is a garland of praise. So he goes, Akinchani kritya padashritam yah karoti bhikshum pathi gehahinam kenapyaho bhishana chauraidrik drishta shruto vana jagatrayepi akinchani kritya padashritam yah. So whoever is your padashrita, whoever is surrendered to you, to your lotus feet, akinchani, you made them completely helpless. And then what have you done? Bhikshu, you made them beggars. Pati, on the street. Gehahinam, without any home. Kena api aho. Aho means, oh my God. Bhishana, terrible. Chaura, idrik, like this. Drishtaha, shrutaha va, na jagat trayepi. In the three worlds, I have not seen or heard of any such thief who not only takes everything away from one who is surrendered, he brings them down onto the street. And still, I love you. Why? Because Mala. And then he says, Yadiya namapi haratya shesham giriprasaranapi paparashin Ascharya rupo nanu chauraidrig drishta shruto vana maya kadapi namapi yadiya jiske one whose name alone namapi harati takes away ashesham one that cannot be shesh means end. So ashesham, endless. Endless giri prasaran. Giri means mountain. Prasara means width or coverage. So as much as a mountain can cover. Api papa rashi. So one mountain is one papa. Rashi. Rashi means string. So he says, we are talking about an endless number of mountainous lines of mountains. That much papa, sins, just your name alone can take away. He says, Ascharya Rupo Nanu Chaura Idrik. What a wonderful form you have, Rupa Ascharya. Nanu, isn't it? Chaura Idrik Drishta. Such a beautiful looking thief. I have never seen before or heard of in my life. Then he goes on again with Viparitakhyaniki. He says, Dhanam cha manam cha tathendriyani pranamscha hritva mama sarvameva palayase kutra dhritodya chaura tvam bhakti dhamnasi maya niruddha mama dhanam cha manam cha indriyani cha pranan sarvam hritva, after taking away, hritva, taking away, after taking away my dhanam, my wealth, my manam, my respect, indriyani, my senses, my prana, my life air itself, sarvameva, everything about me you have taken away. Palayase kutra, where are you running away now? Adya, dritaha adya, dritaha, you are now caught by me. Maya, dritaha, you are now caught by me. Adya, adya means today. Remember? Adya, hyaha. Yeah, so adya. Hey, chaura. And see here, we come to Sambodhana again. It's not chauram, it is not chauraha, it is chaura. He's calling out, hey, chor, you thief. Where do you think you're running away? I have caught you. And how have I caught you? Tvam bhakti damnasi maya niruddha. Bhakti damna. The rope of bhakti. Remember Damodara, Dama. Dama means rope. Yeah. So with the rope of bhakti, you are now tied up. Niruddha. You can't move anywhere. And then in the next verse, he talks about, this verse is in Maya. Okay. He says, now why is this Viparitakhyaniki? Let's just go back to the previous verse. Can anybody think?
He does not want the thief to go away. He wants to arrest him. He wants to
Bind him.
Yes,
but the Viparita part, because everybody wants to bind the thief, right?
Yeah, but
part is the
it's
bhakti.
the opposite, the bhakti, right? Bhakti damnasi.
Because I love you so much, I'm going to bind you.
Wow.
Yeah? And now we come to Maya. Chinatsi ghoram yamapasha bandham. Bhinatsi bhimam bhavapasha bandham. Chinatsi sarvasya samasta bandham. Naivatmano bhakta kritam tu bandham. You can break the terrible ghoram yamapasha, which the Yamadutas, Lord Yama's pasha rope is considered very strong. The Yamaduta's rope is considered very strong. Nobody can break away from it, but you can easily cut it. Bhinatsi bhimam bhava pasha bandham. We're all caught in the cycle of birth and death, over and over. That cycle, that rope which binds us, you can cut that also very easily. Chinatsi sarvasya samasta bandham. Not only that, we all have so many bandham, in our lives. We are so tied up to so many things, so many attachments. He says, Chinatsi sarvasya samasta bandham. All this is due to Maya, right? What is Maya? Illusion that I am supreme. I am the doer. And that is what keeps us bound in this material world. So that Maya, you can easily destroy. But naivatmano bhakta kritam tu bandham atmanah bhakta kritam. Your own self, your own bhakta, when he does a bandham to you, naiva, you can't break that. Which means your yoga maya there is so strong, she binds you. Why? Because she is partial to the bhakta. You are partial to the bhakta. And in the next verse is called Rama, the meter. Rama means giving pleasure. Manmanase tamasya rashi ghore Karagrihe dukkamaye nibaddhaha labhasva he chaura hare chiraya swachaurya dosho chitameva dandam. My heart, man manase, in my heart, tamasa rashi ghore, there is terrible darkness, terrible ignorance in my heart. And dukkhamaya, it is dukkhama, it's filled with sorrows, that heart of mine. Now that is the prison house for you, O thief, karagraha. O thief, hey chaura, hare, one who takes away everything, that is the prison house for you, where chiraya, forever, for a very, very, very long time, I'm going to give you danda. Danda means punishment. And that punishment is uchitam. Uchitam means it is appropriate. It is perfect for you. It is appropriate for you. Swachaurya dosha uchitam. The dosha, the mistake that you have committed by doing all this thievery, it is the perfect punishment for you. Now this verse gives pleasure to both the devotee and the Lord. Although when you look at it, it's actually quite a dark kind of verse, isn't it? My heart is so dark. It's so filled with ignorance. It's so filled with sorrow. It's like a prison house. And I'm going to capture you and I'm going to put you there forever and ever. And that is your punishment. And what is Lord Krishna doing when he hears this? He's so happy. He immediately comes and sits there. Rama. So such a verse is not there to give displeasure to the Lord. It doesn't give pain to the Lord. On the contrary, it gives pleasure to the Lord. And the poet is so clever, because when we say, okay, Krishna, I'm going to bind you and put you in my heart. Remember in the Damodara Ashtakam, we say 2 fingers, right? One is our endeavor and the second is Lord Krishna's mercy. But so our endeavor is I'm holding you and putting you in my heart. But he has to agree to go in, right? But the poet has already precluded that possibility by saying Naivatmano Bhakta Kritam Tu Bandham. But oh Krishna, remember, when your devotee decides to tie you up, you cannot escape. So already he's reminded the Lord about it, okay? So I'm already telling you that. Now I'm going to catch you and put you in my heart. And you can't escape from there. How beautiful is that? And so that's little Krishna, okay, in our hearts. Now the last verse, I want you to guess what meter this is. First count the number of syllables. How many syllables is that?
14.
14?
The first line is 14.
Okay. So, Karagrihe vasa sada hridaye madiye. 14. So which meter do you think? Let's look at the ones which are in 14, okay?
It is garland.
Okay. 14 is
Ragini?
14, remember, is the Brahma Samhita
Samhita.
as well, Vasanta Tilaka. So the tune for Vasanta Tilaka would be Venum Kwananda Maravinda Danayataksham. Let's try that, okay? And see if it works. Kara Grihe Vasa Sada Hridaye Madiye. It works.
Yeah.
Madbhakti Pasha Dhridabandana Nischalassan Tvam Krishna He Pralaya Koti Shatantarepi Sarvasya Chaura Hridayanna Hi Mochayami. So it is Vasanta Tilaka. So here he says, in that prison, Kara Grihe, in the prison, Saptami, Vasa, Sada, Hridaye, in that heart of mine, you stay forever. Mad Bhakti Pasha Dhrida Bandhana Nishchalaha San. By becoming immovable due to the tight tying of the rope of my bhakti. Tvam, He Krishna, Pralaya Koti Shata Antare Api. Even though there may be pralaya. How many pralayas? Koti Shata. Koti means crore. Crore is 10 million. Shata means 100. So we're talking about hundreds and thousands of million pralaya. In the world may come to an end. Api. He sarvasya chaura. O thief of everything. Hridayat nahi mochayami. I mocha, moksha. Okay. I am not going to relieve you. I am not going to release you. Vasanta Tilaka. So this is the beautiful Chorashtakam by Sri Bilwamangal Thakur. So now do you see how the meter actually feeds the meaning as well? So a little knowledge of the meter can actually give us a much deeper understanding of the meaning of the verse. Yeah, and help us to sing it with that much more feeling. Okay, now coming back to our
Mataji, I have a question here.
yes.
When I heard this song on YouTube, this Ashtakam, I don't know if that was Vasanta Tilaka, but it went like this. Karagrihe vasa sada hridaye madiye. Is this Vasanta Tilaka?
You can sing it. Mataji, what actually happens is there is the basic meter.
Hmm.
And then there are these musicians who can actually put a beautiful tune around it.
Okay.
Okay. The only thing to remember there is as long as the ahs and the us are clear, for the sake of the tune, the grihe doesn't become karagrihe,
Mhm.
karagrihe, you're okay.
Mm.
So the long syllables should remain long, the short syllables should remain short. Then you're okay. You can put it to any tune.
Mm. Yeah, that makes
And I
sense.
think that's a beautiful tune. If it fits this shloka, then yes, why not?
Mm.
It's a very beautiful tune.
Also, Mataji, I have one more question. Where we talk about Laghu Guru, Laghu Guru. Always this Laghu Guru has to be according to the vowel sounds, the consonant with and the two consonants that come after that. Always in every verse, it's going to be like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when we talk about a meter, the meter is defined by that pattern of Laghu Gurus.
Hmm.
So for instance, if we look at our examples here, if you look at Viparita Akhyaniki, the odd lines have this pattern and the even lines have this pattern. So they alternate.
Hmm.
Okay. So this is the pattern for Viparita Akhyaniki. If this pattern is broken, it will go off and become something else. And let's look at our Radha Giridhari Jayatu.